Squeeze Reactions, man. We back again. Tales of Toronto, the crazy story of Houligan Wassa. Wassa! Like, comment, subscribe. We got the merch out now, man. Squeeze Lot Familiar. Y'all tap in. Website be in the description in the next couple days. Finishing that up. Shout out to all the loyal supporters, man. I'm going to do a few giveaways. I got a few shirts I'm giving away for free. You know, so just be on the lookout for the giveaways. I'm throw little hints out, and then that's how I'm giving shit away. I know how I do the cash apps, if y'all was here for that. Now I'm going to do the merch. I'm going to have shirts I'm giving away. So let's jump into this.
What's going on, supporters? Before the video starts, I want to take a quick moment to thank everyone for 13,000 subscribers. That's a huge milestone. I got some quality work sitting in the vault, so be sure to like the video. Hit that subscribe button and click on that notification bell so you don't miss an upload. All of the information provided in the following video is already public. Therefore, it will not be impeding on past, pending, or current cases. So sit back, relax, and as always, enjoy the video.
Say no more.
You didn't even got that.
What?
That's crazy. That's crazy.
Who's that, my Houligan?
Oh, that's my young.
Investigators say that's when two associates with Jenkins, including the 15-year-old, returned fire.
Okay, for Houdini, we don't play. Y'all know I rock with Houdini. Houdini was my favorite rapper out of Toronto. I ain't know nobody else really, so I only was put on to Houdini, so I really was rocking with him.
Houligan Wassa is an up-and-coming Toronto drill artist proudly representing the infamous Northside Jane and Finch neighborhood of Driftwood. Houligan's ties to the Driftwood community runs deeper than him just living in the area. Not only was his father a known OG, but he was also the cousin of late rapper Houdini. Born in 2005, Houligan was raised in 404
Nigga said born in 2005. I was already 15, 16, going to jail in 2005. God damn. You young boys, yo.
Avenue, a brick townhouse owned by Toronto Community Housing. The unit has a troubling history. Since the early 2000s, residents at the controversial unit have witnessed an alarming number of violent crimes, gang-related executions, and even mass shootings.
One of the 5 men injured in a mass shooting yesterday has already returned to the scene. The victim was walking with crutches around Driftwood Avenue earlier this afternoon. He was shot outside of his home near the Jane and Finch area just before 6 p.m. yesterday. Police allege a group of people walked up to a townhouse and began firing shots at people standing outside. We spoke with one of the victims this afternoon.
What went through your mind when this all happened?
I don't know. Happened so fast, bro.
Yeah, you know what? This is shocking for a lot of residents, but some other ones that I talked to say that they are not surprised. Them saying that there are shootings in this area. They have happened before, and they believe that they may happen again in the future. A lot of them didn't want to come on camera and talk to us for fear they too would become a target. One person who was not afraid.
Growing up in
the
an
nigga that was talking that got shot, he was talking with his back turned like this. He didn't want a nigga to see his face like nigga, nah, nigga. It happened so fast, I don't even know what happened. Nigga just trying to walk away. He ain't even trying to, leave me alone.
Violence unfortunately thrives. It would be no surprise when Houligan would turn to the fast life. By the age of 15, while kids his age were in high school learning about trigonometry, he was all the way up north in Saskatchewan, getting his hands dirty.
On Friday, the RCMP Emergency Response Team conducted a search warrant at a home more than 20 kilometers north of Bigger. Mountie seized a kilogram of methamphetamine, 4,400 single doses of fentanyl, 500 Xanax pills, and 400 LSD tabs.
Taking that amount of illicit and dangerous fentanyl.
Y'all know that like assault grade of fentanyl could kill you? Like what? A rice of fentanyl could kill you. One rice. Bro, it's crazy. That shit is no joke, y'all.
On the street is very important, and when
March 11th, 2020. At approximately 2 a.m., Saskatchewan police officers were shot at when they executed search warrants at an address where it was believed drug trafficking in cocaine, fentanyl, and methamphetamine was going on. No one was injured during the incident, but a 15-year-old Houligan Wassa and 3 adults were located inside. When searching the property, police seized a number of firearms, shell casings, cell phones, and drug paraphernalia. Houligan and the 3 adults were arrested and charged with various drug trafficking and firearms offenses, but just days after the arrest, Houligan managed to bail out and fly back to Toronto, where his troubles only intensified. On May 26, 2020, 2 months after the Saskatchewan arrest, Houligan Wassa and his cousin Houdini would leave an Airbnb. Houdini was renting out for the week. At this point in time, Houdini would be at the height of his career. He would have just released a new EP titled Underground and would be fresh off Press's tour. CCTV captured the moment Houligan Wassa, who was covered by a black mark due to him being a minor at the time, and Houdini, who was in a gray sweater, meeting up with 2 other people. They were 17-year-old Elijah Robinson, who was dressed in all black, and an unidentified man wearing a white hat. They would make their way to Blue Jays Way, right across from the Bisha Hotel. Unbeknownst to Houligan and Houdini, a blue Volkswagen Tiguan was lying in wait for them. Toronto police were able to confirm the vehicle was parked and waiting for nearly 40 minutes. Once Houdini crossed the street, Houligan followed right behind. CCTV then captured the 2 about to enter a vehicle that was parked on the side. At that moment, the Volkswagen pulls a hard U-turn, while a lone gunman hops out the passenger and begins to unload a flurry of shots at Houdini and Houligan. The unidentified man immediately ran off, while Elijah would proceed to pull out a handgun and return fire. Houdini and Houligan will run for cover, while in the middle of the chaos, a little boy was trapped in the corner of a hotel entrance. Wow. Fortunately, he wasn't hit.
Okay, so now this shit makes sense now, because I didn't know. Alright, so the little kid right there, I remember that. So then the 15-year-old that was with Houdini, that was his little cousin, that was Wassa. Damn. So he was with Houdini when he died. Crazy.
The Volkswagen then speeds down the street with the gunman following right behind. While running, the gunman fires more shots at the trio. This is when Houligan pulls out a handgun and returns fire. Unfortunately, the gun would jam, causing him to run for cover in an alleyway along with Houdini and Elijah. The gunman would miraculously make it back to his getaway vehicle unharmed.
Wow. Shout out to child support, yo. This nigga he does his homework. He does his homework, yo. Nah, cause I did the Houdini story and shit, and this shit is now it makes more sense. So Wassa, the Houligan Wassa, that's who gun had jammed. I remember that part in another story. Damn.
From somebody?
From above, the remnants of a deadly shooting police say was targeted, killing a 21-year-old man and leaving a 15-year-old boy and a 27-year-old woman with serious injuries.
I saw her sitting down. At first I thought she was scared, but then she got shot on the side. I was like, it's bleeding. Like, I don't know, was it ricochet or like a direct shot? I can't tell.
That woman believed to be a bystander, not a target.
Houligan got shot in the leg.
In the end of the 40-second gun battle, 24 shots were fired. Houligan was taken to the hospital immediately, where he would stay for no more than a few hours. Although he fully recovered in less than 2 weeks, he was sent to the Roy McMurtry Youth Center located in Brampton, awaiting gun possession charges. The facility, referred to as the Roy, is known to have a history of violence with limited meaningful programming. Although there is an education system set up in accordance with the Peel Region School Board, the Provincial Advocate's 2010 report noted that some youth didn't feel safe in class and refused to attend. If there's a gang, drug, or street violence sweep in Toronto and Brampton, those under 18 end up at the Roy with turf rivalries and other disputes not being checked at the door.
Yep.
The Roy McMurtry Youth Center is supposed to be cutting edge, a place where staff works very closely with the youth inside for various charges. But the advocate says that isn't happening all of the time, that many youth complain about violence. noise amongst themselves and from some staff members. He says they also complain about racism from certain staff members. Another complaint, the quantity and quality of the food they're served. They say that some staff members actually bring in takeout and eat it in front of them in their sleeping units. The advocate also raises a problem with rehabilitation, something this place is supposed to be about, making sure the youth never have to return. He says he's been dealing with the same kinds of complaints from young people since 2009, when the Roy McMurtry Youth Center first opened.
A worker from another young offender institution, similar to the Roy, also added that any inmate who refuses to fight another youth are often beaten up by their own crew. So not only do these kids have to watch for the ops, but they gotta watch for their own peoples too. Houligan witnessed this firsthand. When speaking with him about his time at the facility, Houligan referred to it as quote-unquote light work. He got into fights here and there, saw notable rappers getting stomped out by their own mans. But overall, the Roy was nothing he couldn't handle. Houligan was tight-lipped throughout our brief conversation, but he made it known his crazy past hasn't fazed him in the slightest. By the spring of 2021, Houligan was released on bail and ready to tell his story. He hopped into the studio with the Driftwood duo, M-Sav and FM, and released his debut single 2 weeks before the 1-year anniversary of Houdini's death. The song broke 100,000 views not too long after its release, and for a debut track, that's pretty impressive. Judging by the comments, it's clear Houligan caught the scene's attention. He would go on to release a few more songs, including Stay With a Mop. The track featured Driftwood Crip, Richie Stacks, who was recently arrested in connection to one of the biggest fentanyl drug busts in Ontario.
For real.
Project Otter saw the Sioux Police search a home and a vehicle.
Last week. Child support his bullshit, nigga. This said January 23rd, 2023, nigga. That was a month ago.
In the city's East End, resulting in the arrest of 5 people and the seizure of more than 700 grams of fentanyl, which according to police is equal to 70,000 doses of the drug. The Sioux police chief says some of the suspects were on bail for drug offenses at the time of their arrest.
Unlike Richie, Houligan has managed to stay out of trouble since his release from the Roy, and he hopes to keep it that way. His story is one full of ups and downs, but as of now, he is just focused on making music. He just released a new song with plans on putting out either a tape or album later in the year. All of his links will be in the description. I'll catch you guys next week.
Like, comment, subscribe, man. Good shit. He out now. Hopefully he stay out and do what he gotta do. I'm gonna check his music out. I'm gonna react to some of his music because I fuck with Houdini, so hopefully he on the same type of time vibe with it. Or maybe he might be a little better. Who knows? Like, comment, subscribe though, man. Leave them requests in the DM. Y'all know what to do. Squeeze. La Familia. The merch. Go get that.